Yep, light's wrong. People want to know how to do Copperfield's big black box. It's really cool. When I first saw it at Chrysler Hall, with me and Tommy and Dave Duncan and Michael Klein and all that, and Dave said, "How do you do that?" I said, I said, before David said that, I said, Copperfield's in the middle, and when he the 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 one girl and the next girl on the left and right pop up one at a time, and then the last person was Copperfield in the middle. And he said, "How'd you know that?" I said, "I read it in a book with pictures I got. I'll show you. It's Doug Henning doing it. Things That Go Bump in the Night." And Howard Thurston Illusion calls it the $1 Million Mystery. You use a mirror tunnel. It's a tunnel that inside is flat black. On the outside it's all mirrored. And when you got the right lighting and the background's all the same, most squared or whatever design you have, Cufford has it all squared, including it's the same background that Cufford used for the CBS camera vanish that Paul Daniels did first, and then Copperfield asked Paul Daniels. Paul Daniels said, "Yeah, you can use it." And Copperfield likes to take either similar ideas and change it a little, or just change the method altogether. And he changed the method altogether. Paul Daniels either used the stairs or the forklift to put it in, because the cameraman didn't vanish, just the camera. But the Copperfield, Tim White, the cameraman, and the CBS camera went through the mirror tunnel. And when they dropped the camera, the frame of the camera, the box frame of the empty box, I don't know, it says fragile on it, like a wooden crate, like you put the camera in. Anyway, he lowers it down. Anyway, being real careful, because that activates a camera that he's looking through. But there's also those searchlights there, that one of those searchlights has a tiny camera in it. I always wondered about that, and this other guy thought the same thing, and he added it to my information, which is good. And Mitch Leary told me where to look. So when I looked, oh yeah, I see it now. And I saw, oh yeah, Doug Henning, oh I see the mirror tunnel. And Kickbusters figures it out too, for Video to Life illusion. It's the same idea. But getting back to Things That Go Bump in the Night, Copper's big back box, $1 Million Mystery, How a Thurston Vanished. It's Walter Jeans invented it, and P.T. Silbert's improvement on the silver hat illusion. The images of it is in Google. And if you look around on YouTube, like Fernando P1 and Kickbusters, you'll see how the mirror tunnel works. They come in different shapes and sizes. I used to thought this one size, but now I know there's many shapes and sizes to do a mirror tunnel. And as Herbert Becker says, you can make them large-scale illusions or just a close-up box, but use a mirror tunnel to produce a whole bunch of candy in it. But anyway, Doug Henning used it to make an elephant vanish and reappear, and used the trapeze circus thing that you swing on. Whoa, steady girl, steady. That's misdirection, time, isolation, and interest perspective view to get the elephant out the back trap doors in the back, and then they go haul. It's a big, gigantic mirror tunnel. I can see it plain as day, and that it's big enough for the elephant to go in and a trainer, and then reverse it to come back too. But then the trainer goes back in the tunnel. But anyway, that mirror tunnel is really clever, and nowadays you can use a special glass that bends light around an object, and you can do away with the mirrors under the table or mirrors as a mirror tunnel. You could use a glass to do the same thing now, which magicians are doing. I've always said all along to use government bending light, invisibility, nanobots, metamaterials, visual stealth cloaking, daytime, nighttime ideas. Back then, before we had YouTube, magicians didn't know what I was talking about, but now magicians are understanding what I'm saying, and now they're using it and in their illusions. Anyway, getting back to that. So, what it is that Copperfield switches with his lookalike. That's why the other guy wears sunshades, and that's why Copperfield's wearing sunshades. You can't tell the eye difference, and the smoke in front of it, the CO2 smoke or dry ice smoke, whatever how it works with smoke on stage. When Copperfield does the one sheet, the girl comes through the mirror tunnel into the box and goes either stage left, stage right. I can't remember which one goes first. And then the next girl goes either left or right. I'm not sure which. I need to watch that again. Anyway, and then Copperfield, it looks like that's Copperfield there, but Copperfield goes in the middle in that sheet, and in that sheet area. And then you think that's Copperfield, it closes the door. And the assistants spin, dun, 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 dun. One girl shows herself, then the other girl shows that she's under that ghost sheet, and then dun, 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 boom, the middle one is Copperfield, and then they spin the box around, and then there's 3 sheepdogs wearing sunshades. As Copperfield said in interviews, people think my kids need a shave. Anyway, it's probably the very same sheepdogs he used in the 1970s with Valley Bertinelli to I think a Barry Manilow song or something. I forgot the name of it. It was perfect a song for it. And then for the finale did the acrobatic matches, and then did the banishing and Dakota chair banish. Anyway, the lady vanishes on there, which Bella Bertinelli does, and a lot of ladies that vanish in the chair. Doug Henning vanished a famous singer in a Dakota chair, and he's vanished in a Dakota chair and reappeared like an Egyptian character by a table and all that. It's pretty neat. But anyway, hollow steers, mirrors, visual stealth cloaking, bending glass around an object, a lot of ways, beveled bases, mirror tunnels, different shapes and sizes. Anyway, you get the idea. And the song that he uses, Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, it says 1 and 1 is 2. You are me and I am you. Black is black and white is white, right down in the middle of the 3. That explains the trick right there. If you put it together, and it's like the motorcycle vanish, it's the shadow box, and the song "Give Me One More Chance" by Pet Shop Boys. One more chance, give me one more. Put me in a corner and I'll scream. And Copperfield's in the back in the corner with the motorcycle. The sisters avoid the shadow of Copperfield and the motorcycle by aiming the light in front of him, all around, but not him. You need to look up Shadow Box. Even Copperfield in the DVD I got, 18 Years of Magic, the commentary even says it's a shadow box. Now you know how to do that illusion. people keep asking me how that's done, and so I'll visually talk about it, video-wise, because people don't understand what I'm talking about and when I'm typing, because I can't type good, but my voice, I think you understand what I'm saying.